Hi everyone. I brought us outside today because I really want the influence of these earthlings, our plant friends, to add some softness to what we're going to talk about, and also to show us that you can really be your authentic self and live in this world. And what we're talking about today is developing and exploring some soft intentions even before we get to the new year, even before we get to New Year's Eve, New Year's Day of 2023. And I was surprised when I sort of started to get the sense that this is what I was going to talk to you about today, because obviously it seems a little bit anachronistic because it is October right now, and usually we do think of like resolution and intentions as something that is very much of the deep winter. However, this year, the past few years, have been very chaotic, and also we've all been experiencing rapid evolutionary shifts, both individually and in the collective. So once I really thought about it, I do think this is a good time to sort of start to engage with some soft, intentional exploration with sort of the long view, like looking out into the future, looking out towards, oh my gosh, there's going to be another year, and looking out beyond just like sort of this month, and like start looking at the themes and patterns of the long arc of your life story that you want to evolve into, that you want to expand, that you want to enjoy. Okay, so that's why we're outside, because we want these little creatures to sort of influence our work. Why do I keep saying soft intent? I keep saying soft intent because in our culture, intentions and resolutions are often founded on the bedrock of I am unworthy and I'm not good enough. That is not the space that we are in today, right? This plant is a native plant. This plant is not. This environment, this garden is better because she is living her best life. And this one is doing this and living her best life. They are not in competition, and it would be ridiculous for this beautiful plant, which will have yellow flowers, to think that it should have red flowers. And so the other thing about soft intent is, for me, it's something that I like to explore one by one. So rather than coming up with a great big list of like all the things that are going to be different next year and all the things I have to achieve or experience or get, instead, I'm going to use this time between October and the new year to one by one take about a week or maybe a week and a half, a few days at least, to come up with an intent that like really is coming from my heart and soul, and try it on in meditation, try it on by doing little actions in my real daily life, try it on by sort of envisioning it and then superimposing that vision over the life, and especially the things that I already like in my life, that I already have evolved into, and testing and pivoting. And most of all, I think what makes a soft intent different from a regular, intention or resolution is that with a soft intent, what we are looking for is not exactly that we dream of a thing and then we only will be happy with the exact expression of it that we first dreamt. Instead, we dream of a thing, we sort of try it on in all the ways I just mentioned, and then we pay attention to the felt sense of that dream or that intent, and then we look for energetic matches between the felt sense of the vision or the dream or the wish or the intent and things that happen in real life. So as always in the work we're doing together, we are never just doing things internally and just doing things externally. No, 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 no. It is this weaving together of the inner experiences and desires and the outer life, and it goes back and forth between the two. So soft intent is a wonderful place to play with this. Okay, I have a meditation that has been a long time, very popular meditation called The Future. I think the reason why people like this meditation is because it allows you to try things on that you think you want to get the felt sense of them. Once you have the felt sense, you can then decide, is this really for me? Or actually, that's sort of like society or someone else's idea. So let me tune in a little deeper and sort of tweak the dials and adjust my frequency till I get just the thing that like really, really does it for me. And of course, the things that really do it for us will also be different over the course of a lifetime. So for instance, an intention that maybe I had in 2016, whether it's come to its full fulfillment or not, now may be a good time to retry that on and be like, actually, like that was 2016, Jess. Like now, 2023, Jess is like, actually, this is where I'm at now. And these are the things that really, really do it for me. Those are my North Stars. And those are the things I'm able to head towards without getting knocked off balance by the sort of chaotic, rapidly evolving geopolitical, financial, social, cultural landscape that is also itself right now evolving very quickly. And I also want to point out that if we are feeling a little bit scattered right now, like we come by that honestly, and also I want to empower each of us to take the time to remind ourselves we are worthy of living. Take the time to like let the sediment that's swirled all around by outer events, let it settle. And then let's have a little purity in just picking out one intent at a time. And then let's go into a vision and experience it and sort of flesh it out, make changes where we need to, test and pivot. And then we're gonna tune in and sort of set a set point of like, what is the felt sense of what I'm after? And then we're gonna look alive in real life and keep our eye out for it. And we're gonna head towards the things that have that feeling rather than worrying about having to explain it to someone else or having it look a certain way, even to ourselves or someone else. And that is the way that bit by bit, we can make it all the way to the places that we want to be. So let's say I come up with the intent like, I can tell that I need more time in nature. So that's a nice, soft intent. And I can start creating those experiences and having success with them. And I can also test and pivot. Now for me, although I like the fantasy of like being in like the wilderness, for various reasons. One, because I love my family and I want to be around them. And two, because I have responsibilities. Me going out into, the wilderness is at this point in my life not going to be something that I can do as often as I like. However, because I have this softness around my intent, I can create a relationship with nature where I live, in the city where I live. I can plant things and be in relationship with the land that I live on. And I can also keep my eye out for each and every opportunity to engage with nature, not only in nature with a capital N, but in the city I live in and in the life that already has so many other things going on that I really truly love. So we're going to figure out maybe this week one intent that we'd like to see carried through the end of this year and on through next year. We're going to look at this time period, especially between October and the end of December, as like, oh, I'm trying it on. I'm getting the felt sense of it. I really know the flavor of this. And I really know when something comes into my life that feels like that like that's a yes, and I'm going towards that. And I get better and better at testing and pivoting. Does this the flavor of XYZ match that soft intent that I'm working with? And then you will see there's this wonderful thing that happens that I can only describe as magic, but maybe you have some other word for it. When we hold something in our awareness with fidelity, where we attend to it on the daily or maybe even more than that, the external world responds. And then we're able to take that information, right, with softness, in the spirit of exploration, and learn more. So that is what I have for you this week, playing around with soft intent, playing around with giving ourselves this long runway up to like traditional resolution intention time, and really, like, again, starting with that bedrock knowledge that I am good, I am worthy, and I am a creator. And I do not want to be a powerful creator creating what the overculture is into me creating. Instead, I'm going to take the time to tune in, experiment, and explore my intent. And I'm going to do this with softness, because I know that's the way that not only can I draw towards me things that match it, but also because I am not going to take my mystical or spiritual practices and use them as another opportunity to feel down about myself or feel not good about my progress or what I'm doing or if I'm successful or not. When we tune into our soft intent, you will know on every level when you've been successful, because you will be able to feel it. Listen to the future if you want. It's helped so many people clarify and actually get surprised by, like, oh, what I thought I wanted is actually not at all what I wanted. And like, what really does it for me is XYZ. Never hurts to explore your intentions with the audience of a natural being, especially plants. So maybe if you do generate a soft intent, like, go outside and, like, you know, tell a plant about it and see what its perspective is. Like, is that a worthy direction to head in or not? And that can be part of your exploration. Okay, have a good one. My friends and I wish you the greatest week.